There's a new elemental pack in Modern Warfare 2, this being the Iceflow Reactive pack. The first thing you get is a completely ice version of Valeria, which is interesting. We'll have to test this out in water. Then we've got a Snowfall Tempest Razorback that's got custom LEDs and stuff. This evolves as you get kills. We'll be testing out the final version of this. Also got Blue Frost / Freezeblast tracers on it. A little bit of a sneak peek here. Got the same thing for the Seiken here, this being the Cold Wind. Then we've got an Ice Spike. This is a custom throwing knife. Always love to see custom equipment skins. We've got an Ice Spike combat knife here. This is going to also have special effects and evolve as well. We've got the Polar Voltec skin. We've got a weapon charm, a weapon sticker, a loading screen, and an emblem. If you want to see more bundle reviews like this in the future, make sure to unlock the subscribe button. This is the Valeria Dead Winter skin in game. This is an iced out operator. It's got a mist effect going around the entire operator. The face is pure ice. Is there eyeballs? Let's get real up close. Oh, wait, there is. It blinks. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa. Oh. That honestly makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Yeah, there is working blinking eyes. They're just completely, I mean, I guess it's better than putting actual eyeballs in there. That would have been even weirder. You can't really see through the ice. This is probably one of the most interesting, coolest looking operator skins in the entire game. We have never had a completely ice. What if we shoot it? Oh, I guess it's now bloody ice. And wow, you can... All right, the boots are normal boots. The hands, unfortunately, have gloves on. It would have been really cool to see ice fingers. The hair is a white, almost ice-like hair. The pants are completely silver. It's got silver pants on to kind of match, or silver shorts on to match the ice. So there's snow particles that come off the skin, and if it spins at a distance, you can see that it almost makes like a little blizzard, a little tiny blizzard coming off Valeria. At a distance, this skin's just as noticeable as any other skin in the game. It's not going to give you any advantage or disadvantages at far ranges. Well, maybe if you're spinning around like crazy, they'll notice the snow, but unless you're spinning around like a top, I highly doubt you're going to be any more seeable than a normal operator. And most people aren't going to play like this, but if this is your play style, maybe don't run this skin. Even when dead, this skin is so weird. This is what it looks like on the ground. Is the mouth open? Yep. Yeah. Oh. You can see a little bit of a trail when an enemy uses this skin and strafes back and forth. Probably not enough to matter. There's even custom footsteps that are on the ground. My first thought when I saw this is, oh, this is going to give enemies a custom tracker, but it only shows like 2 steps behind them. So if you can see these footsteps, you're already going to be able to see them. So I don't think it's going to give you much of a disadvantage, because being able to see 2 steps behind, you're probably going to see them on your screen at the same time regardless. And it's a cool little extra effect to add to the skin. Now for the water testing, if they're completely underwater, you can easily see where they're at. It's not going to give you any advantage when it comes to hiding in water, but the head itself is a little bit harder to see. If you're at an angle where only their head's popping up, that is so much harder to see than any other normal head, because the head's made out of ice and it pretty much like, you can't even tell there's a face there. I guess you can a little bit because of the suit around it. But I feel like situations you're going to be in where you can only see their head popping out is going to be very rare. For the most part, it's still going to be really easy to see the skin when it's in water. When it comes to dark areas around the map, this skin appears to me to be just as visible as any other normal skin. So overall, this skin isn't going to give you much of an advantage or disadvantage, but it is going to be one of the more unique looking skins in the game. There's really nothing else that compares to just being made out of complete ice. Now to check out the blueprints and tracers, here's the Tempest Razorback. It's got engravings on it. Doesn't look too crazy, but this is just the base version. As we get kills, it's going to evolve, which we'll test out in just a second. When you ADS, you got a custom little blue dot there. However, you're not going to be able to use this on other weapons. The only weapon that can use this reticle is the Tempest Razorback, so it doesn't give you a ton of options. Then we've got the Seiken. Once again, got some engravings, but this is just the base version. I love how the bullets look. Those custom ice light up bullets look really, really interesting. When we ADS with this, oh, we got a custom blue dot as well, and we got that laser sight. Let's take this up close and personal. It almost looks like the stepping. I mean, it's just got like a little ice mist that follows you around. Get really up close. Ooh, yeah, that looks really cool. Close range is going to be kind of hard to see, but it's not going to matter too much. Far range, it's not going to get in your way too much. I wouldn't recommend using this on a sniper, but for any sort of LMG AR, it is going to be just fine. Now let's see the impact effects. First, we'll shoot up into the sky. Looks like you're just shooting ice, nothing crazy. But then the impact effect, oh, it's a bunch of white stuff all over when you shoot. It's just snow. And it spreads. Oh, when you first shoot, it spreads off from that. Okay. Just a white mist that spreads when you shoot it. I wonder what it's going to be like when you take out enemies. Nothing, you know. Oh, wait, the weapon gets more frozen. Okay, I'm just now seeing that. So when you shoot the weapon, it gets crazy frozen and it lights up a little bit. That's Oh, the rune part lights up. And this is still just the base version. When we get kills with this, it's going to evolve past just being light up and frozen. Here's the frozen version of the Tempest Razorback. This one looks sick when you shoot it. I love the just light blue effect when you shoot it. And that's probably going to show when you put camos on it too. You can even tell when you're ADS, the sight just gets more and more frozen till it's completely frozen. And then if you give it a few seconds, it will fall back down and then go back to normal. Oh, it's also got some ice shards when you shoot off. You can't really tell because it melts pretty quick, but up close and personal, you can see the ice shards fly off when you just spam the tracers. Here's the tracers in the dark. They're way more noticeable. They actually look a little bit different. You can tell they light up. Not all tracers light up where you shoot, but it's almost like a little ice storm, which is interesting. Now I want to see the weapon light up. So we go full auto with this. All those runes are going to appear. And yeah, that looks beautiful in the dark. Then we've got the LMG, which just has way more bullets. And oh, the barrel. Look at how bright that barrel gets. It supercharges that barrel. And the laser also stands out more in the dark as well. There's nothing special going on for the iron sights for either of these blueprints. Here's the melee ice spike blueprint that everyone's already seen. A lot of people had this glitched onto their classes at the start of the season, so you might have already used this. You might have just had it available for you to use. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this. I love the ice theme, but this looks like a plastic toy knife. That's what this looks like. This looks like something a child would use. It doesn't look like it's made out of ice. I wish it used the same texture as the Valeria skin. If it looked like that, where you could see through it a little bit, that would look really cool. I mean, it's going to have different effects when you take out enemies with it, so that's kind of cool. But I don't know. It just looks plastic. I wish it looked more realistic. There's the swing for it. No custom tracer effects when you knife with it. Mastery camo time. Here's gold. The engravings look kind of cool, but it's probably going to look better when it lights up. Unfortunately, the only way to make it light up is shoot, and then it slowly goes away. But yeah, gold goes really well with that. Platinum looks really good with the frost effects. Polyatomic looks really good even before you shoot the weapon, and then when you shoot it, it looks even better. Surprisingly, Orion actually looks pretty good on this blueprint. Bowing Blossoms looks okay. And finally, we have the solid camos, and this actually looks really nice. Ooh, it looks great with the light blue in there. When it comes to camos on the knife, it only changes the handle if it does anything at all. A lot of camos do absolutely nothing on this, but if it does do something, it just changes the handle. Here's the charm and stickers in game. Unfortunately, the charm doesn't seem to have any effects or glow, which sucks because the other reactive bundles had charms that glowed or had some special effect on it. Now for the fun part. Here's the custom hit marker and death effects on these weapons. So if you shoot an enemy, no, did nothing happen? Oh yeah, you get a bunch of white stuff on the enemy. You get a bunch of frost effects, and so let's go ahead and get a bunch of white stuff on all these guys. So there you go. Wherever you shoot an enemy, you leave a giant puddle of just white stuff. All right, now when you take an enemy out, what happens? Oh, they explode and their limbs get frostbite. Okay, what about headshots? A custom headshot effect on these weapons? Doesn't appear to be. I like the Hitmarker effects though, so we can just completely they just disappear into limbs. It looks like a death effect that's already in the game. It looks like they reused the one from the Season 1 Black Cell Battle Pass. That exploded enemies and turned them into gold. This does the same thing, except it's got frost. But I do like the custom hit marker effects. You could just, wait a minute. So if we just take an enemy out, and then, can we just... Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We can just completely coat our enemies. Just We can just completely coat them in white stuff. Hold on. Come here. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. And then there you go. A little bit of white back. Even though the death effect for these tracers are kind of mid, I really like them just because you're able to coat all your dead enemies with just white stuff all over their faces. And that to me, that to me makes these really, really good tracers. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, just cover it, boys. Covered in the white stuff. Oh, we've got it. We've completely covered it. I didn't think that would work. I didn't think it'd work, but we did it. It is just covered. Sorry, Ghost. Cover them. Cover them, boys. We're going to cryo freeze him. We're straight up cryo freezing Ghost right now. Well, that is a sight to see. Sorry, Ghost. 3, 2, 1, paint. Every inch, boys. Cover it all. I can't even see it. It's just a bunch of snow smoke. And, yeah. That's covered. That's covered. The knife should have the same effect as the blueprint, but let's just double check. So we knife an enemy. Yep, they just explode into a giant ice snow flurry. And then you've got the frostbite body parts all over the floor. Now we're going to evolve these weapons. Let's see just exactly how many kills it takes. Sometimes it takes 3. Sometimes it takes 9. Has it evolved yet? Oh, I don't notice anything different yet. All right, so here's 9. Oh, nothing special happened. It's got to be 10 then. Oh, yep, there we go. Oh, did it do something? It got really frosty. Okay, it did evolve. It just got that frozen mist effect on it. And it's hard to tell because we're running the Valeria skin. And it's the same effect that's on the hands. It's just on the weapon now. And it's... You can't really tell. I guess with the LMG you can when you inspect it. So that's what happens. Maybe when we get 20 kills, it'll get more ridiculous. There we go. At some point, it evolved again. It's really hard to tell when these weapons evolve because the different changes for these aren't as noticeable as the other weapons. They just get more misty. I think it was at like 18 to 20 kills is when it evolved for the second time. And all it did was add way more smoke to it. You can see this weapon... it's got a big cloud. It's got a big vape cloud around it now. This weapon is very misty. I don't find this reactive version to be as cool as the other weapons. I really like the stormy weapons, how they got super duper stormy. This just gets misty, and it kind of looks weird where the cutoffs of the weapons are at. It doesn't feel like it looks quite right. It looks like you almost like cut a PNG and it just doesn't fit. The final evolution on the knife does look pretty cool. It's the same smoky mist effect, but it doesn't show the outside of it. It looks like it almost has highlights on it. It looks like it's glowing with highlights, but it's just that same smoky texture. It's just it only shows on the knife itself. What if we take these in a darker area? Does the smokies part light up? It kind of looks like it on the knife. Then for the other weapons when we inspect them, not really. There's also the custom throwing knife. This should evolve as well. Here's the base version. This looks like the combat knife, but instead of having that leather wrap around it, it's just solid ice, and it's also a little bit thinner. When you throw it, there is a little bit of a trail, but not much more than the normal throwing knife. Not gonna really help you out too much. This is what it looks like when you stick it into the wall. Pretty interesting. Now let's see if it has the same effects when you take someone out. So if we take them out with it, yep, it's just like the weapons. They explode into that. Oh wait, what is... Oh, that's his combat knife. They explode into the giant frostbite limbs. Now, let's get kills with it. 8, 9, and 10. So that should now be the evolved version. Yep. So now it's got the smoke on it, and this looks really bad. I don't like the way it looks on the hand. The way it's cut off's weird. It looks like you went into Photoshop and you cropped it, and it had an effect on it, and it just doesn't go on the sides. 18, 19, 20. Oh, I'm out. So that should be 21. So this is the final evolved form. Oh, this does look a little bit cooler. This looks almost like it's enchanted, like you went into Minecraft and enchanted it. Still kind of looks weird how it affects with the side of the hand there. And the way these reactive weapons work, it doesn't matter how you get the kills. Once you get 10 kills, all the weapons are going to be reactive regardless of what you got the kills with. I do want to see if we die, if we get to keep the reactive stages. Some of the reactive weapons in this game you do, some you don't. All right, so respawn in. And yes, with these weapons, once you get the 10 kills and 20 kills, doesn't matter if you die, it's going to keep the reactive stage for the rest of the game. Now let's see what happens when we take all the attachments off these weapons and if we're able to use these tracers and other weapons. So here's the Tempest Razorback. It looks all right when you take all the attachments off of it. Now for the LMG, go ahead, remove all this. You lose a lot with the barrel here. Go into the firing range. Let's see if they still have the tracers. So yes, for both of these weapons, you are going to keep the... Why is that red when you shoot? That is not how it looked in game. Does the Tempest Razorback do that as well? No, this still has the correct muzzle flash. You can see this still has the snowy muzzle flash. For some reason, when we took the attachments off of this, it now has a red muzzle flash. I'm assuming that's a bug. I don't think it's supposed to have a red muzzle flash, but for some reason, taking the attachments off of it changed it. But no, taking the attachments off these aren't going to change the tracers. They're going to be all the same except for the muzzle flash on this, which I don't think that's working properly. The only way you're going to lose the tracers is if you change the ammo type. So if you change the ammo type for either one of these weapons, yes, you could say bye-bye to the tracers. And this also means these tracers cannot be used on other weapons. Okay, ATV, show me what you got. So here's the ATV we get in the bundle, and let's drive it a little bit safer. So it's got a bunch of rigid edges. It looks like it's pretty much been in a blizzard. That's what this ATV looks like. Let's see if it's got any lighting effects. We'll just take it into this little shop real quick. Hold on, let me in. Nope. Beautiful driving, beautiful driving. It doesn't look like it lights up, but it is very detailed. Let's actually, okay, it doesn't light up, but I don't think that matters. Let's take it back in the light. That looked really detailed. All right, excuse me, pardon me. Gonna park this bad boy right here. That looks for this is what the knife should have looked like. The knife should have had that kind of texture to it. That texture looks fire for ice. So a cool looking vehicle skin, even though it doesn't have any sort of light up stuff. It looks so weird being in the desert with this Valeria skin and this ATV skin. We got a little mini blizzard going on in the desert. But let's do our final testing here on DMZ/Warzone. Let's see if the tracer effects work in DMZ, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So yes, when it comes to just shooting the weapon, the effects work. Now let's see the elimination effect. If we take a bot out, are we still going to get that giant explosion of Frostblast? And there's no enemies here. Whenever I'm looking for bots in DMZ, there aren't any. But when I'm not looking for bots, there's too many. There we go. There's some unexpected bots. So yep, they explode into a giant blizzard as well. Oh, and we already got the first upgrade. So all it takes is 2 kills in DMZ/Warzone, and you're going to get the first set of smoke. Oh, there we go. There's another bot gone. There's another bot. Yay, Riot Shield bots, my favorite. Okay, there we go. At 6 kills, it leveled up for the second time, even though you can't see it because we got a bloody screen. But yes, the level ups, it takes 2 and then 6 for bots are real players in Warzone/DMZ. Overall, if I had to rank this bundle, I was more excited for this bundle than any other bundle this season, and I feel a little bit let down. I'm a huge fan of ice themes. Like, I love ice themes in general. It's probably my favorite type of theme, but this bundle just doesn't seem as worth it as other bundles. I think all the other reactive bundles are better. I think the tracer effects are better. The evolution effects are better. Just everything about them is better. The only thing that I think this bundle does better is the Valeria skin. That's the best part about this bundle. The Valeria skin looks amazing with the ice, but everything else is just kind of lackluster. It's not bad either. I'm not trying to say it's bad. It just doesn't do anything special or new. We've already got a custom throwing knife skin. We've already got cool ATV skins. We've already got weapons with tracers that are kind of similar to this, especially with the death effects. There's already one that's very identical to that. The only thing that's new about this bundle is the operator skin, but unlike the other elemental reactive bundles, the operator skins in those ones evolved as you get kills. As you get kills with this Valeria skin, it doesn't do anything. And yes, the other elemental bundles were $2 more, but I think that extra $2 is definitely worth having an operator skin that evolves as you get kills. This one, the operator skin looks cool, but it doesn't change, which that's usually what makes an elemental bundle, but that got left out of this one. So this is not a bundle I personally would have bought if I wasn't reviewing it. But yeah, I'll let you make your own decision. We reviewed everything. If you guys want to see any more bundle reviews like this in the future, where we showcase everything, make sure to unlock the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.